all my diamonds, rubies, and pearls, welcome back. I hope everyone's doing well. We are going to have a great time today. My name is Jem. I think I'm going to have to put this video in the Moses Reloaded playlist. Congratulations, Moses. You finally made it. But seriously, folks, let's get into it. Back in February 2024, Ethan had an H3 podcast segment where he interviewed Jesse Lee Peterson, who I only know from the classic Destiny interview.
I have with me in studio Destiny, right?
Yeah.
How did you get the name? Is that a lady name?
Yeah, kind of. I made it when I was like 9.
You call yourself Destiny?
Well, in real life, I call myself Steven, but online, I go by Destiny. Yeah.
Oh, so your real name is Steven?
Yeah.
But online, you pretend to be a woman?
No, I just have a feminine name, I guess.
Yeah, that's a girl name.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it is.
Do they know you have a girl name online?
I don't think most people see it that way online.
Do they see Destiny as a male name?
I guess so, yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Now, if you want nonstop comedy, I highly recommend that video. But now, on with the show.
I have to be honest with them.
Hello, test. Jesse, are you there?
We got Jesse.
I am, but I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
He's coming very quiet.
Jesse, can you hear me?
I hear you, but it's not loud enough on my end.
Okay, go ahead. Is it on your guys' side or our side?
Yeah. It's our side. It's our side. Hold on.
Okay, no
Okay,
worries.
just one moment.
This
That's
is
better now.
the JLP show, wonderfully framed. These guys are professionals. And you're right, Dan, right on time.
I can hear you, Ethan.
He's coming.
Hey, Jesse, how are you? Can you hear me okay?
All is well.
Can you turn him up a little bit?
Yeah, we're cranking it. You have it all the way up?
Yeah, he's coming in very quiet.
Let me make sure.
One moment,
Turned up here. Yeah, I'm turned up all the way. Maybe just give it a little more gain on that channel.
Yeah. Hold on.
Turn up a little bit more on my end.
Okay, that should do it better now.
Hello, Jesse. How are we?
Yes, sir.
There we go. That's much better.
Oh,
we can hear you now.
Good. So how we doing? Are you
All
live?
is
Are you doing
well.
your show right now? Or are you just calling into ours?
No, I'm just on yours.
Yeah.
My show is in the mornings.
Okay. We're live, so
Okay.
it's what it is. But you're a radio man. You know about live broadcasts.
Are we on right now?
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So thanks for calling. I've been a somewhat, you might say, a fan. I love the way you interview people, although I'll be upfront with you. I am a lib. You might call me a beta male.
Oh, babe.
Yeah. Right. So
How is Moses doing?
are you
Time out.
What?
Time in.
that's like, I don't know which way to take that.
Wow.
You mean like Moses the prophet or like Moses my brother-in-law?
Moses, your brother-in-law.
Nah. Come again?
How do you know Moses? Why would you even ask that?
Everybody know Moses.
What?
Even God knows Moses.
Wait, why did you ask me that?
Because I just wonder how you're doing. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Wait. Not only does he know of Moses, but he's seen him?
Wait, stop. Why did you ask me, how's Moses?
Yeah. Why?
Because I haven't seen him in a minute, so I just wonder how he was
You
doing.
know, so you've seen Moses.
Oh, yeah.
What do you-
Everybody know Moses.
Okay, is this guy joking or is he being serious right now?
So you're talking about the prophet.
No, I'm talking about your brother-in-law.
Okay.
Okay, there you have it. He said he's being serious.
You've already got me all twisted up. This is what I'm saying. You've got this interview skills that you've already got me discarded.
And
All right,
why
Jesse.
is that?
What?
Why you just got about asking how he was doing?
You don't know my brother-in-law.
All right, now I know why Ethan is very shocked to the point where he doesn't believe Jesse. But right about now, I know this guy isn't lying. But this is where Ethan is messing up. He just doesn't believe that Jesse knows his brother-in-law.
Well, how would I know to ask about him then?
True.
But then how do you know him?
He got married, right?
Oh, stop it.
I know what's going on.
Oh, stop it. Like, Ethan does not believe him. And now here comes AB saying he knows what's going on. I bet you AB doesn't know what's going on.
Who did he get married to?
Some crazy woman. I was surprised that Moses married a crazy woman because he seemed to have more common sense than that.
Hey, yo, Jesse, if you think or if you believed Moses had common sense, so then really think about why he married Trisha then. If it doesn't make sense, maybe because you're not thinking about all the possibilities. And if you did, maybe then it would make sense, but I digress.
So I don't know what's happening. I don't know if there's a producer that knows all this stuff that's feeding you lines.
So Ethan comes with this theory that, you know what, Jesse brought up Trisha and the marriage. And all of that's public information. It was very popular on YouTube. So Ethan's coming to the realization that maybe Jesse had someone feed him this information. And as you can see, he was reading on his laptop. And AB just said that he had an idea of what was going on. So I'm thinking that AB is feeding Ethan this information.
How did you meet Moses?
He came to my office.
To do what?
I can't tell you all that.
Oh my God.
He was here for a meeting.
Okay, all right.
Time out!
And you know what? Watching this, everything makes sense to me. If you know who Moses is, even a bit, if you listen to Moses when he's speaking and when he gets into his philosophy bag, this didn't seem so out of the ordinary to me. The meeting between Moses and Jesse made a lot of sense. So I completely and totally believe this meeting happened. And the only thing I'm questioning is why didn't Ethan believe it?
Time in.
Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing. So, Jesse, let's just get into it because I understand you only have an hour.
So here you see Ethan believing what AB, I'm assuming, fed him, that maybe it was a producer that fed Jesse information about Ethan. And so right now I'm feeling Ethan believes that theory. Therefore, he starts his interview with Jesse following the format that they already established they were going to do. And so they continue on. But I really wanted to get down to the bottom of it because guess what? Ethan would have found out a whole lot of things about Moses that apparently, and we know now, he never knew about.
You have a show called The Fallen State, correct?
Right.
So what is the fallen state? What does that mean?
The Fallen State is really a show of different conversations. And what I realized is that human beings are in a fallen state and they live in their imagination, which is hell, and that their nature is evil. And that's why they treat each other, though we're all created in God's image, they treat each other, I don't anymore, but
if
they
we're
treat
created
each other like hell, like the lack of love, because they're living in the darkness of their imagination. They're
But if
in a
you said-
fallen state and don't know it.
Jesse is going to get into his background and his beliefs. And if you've been around this channel for a while, you'll see the similarities between Jesse's philosophy in life and Moses. And once you hear it, you're going to see these two are a perfect match.
If you says that we're created in God's image,
Right.
it seems that you're maybe a little insulting to God because you just said that his image is his imagination is hell.
But no, they're not living. They have been turned away from the Father, so they're not living from his image. That's why we must be born again. We must return to the Father.
But do they have
who are born of the woman is living in hell because they have anger. They have their mother's nature. And so their nature is evil. But when they return to the Father, then their nature return to good.
I see.
And what I want to really highlight here and make clear is this is Jesse's belief. This has nothing to do with Christianity or the Bible or the gospel of Jesus Christ. This is just him taking certain scriptures and formulating it into his own personal theory. But did you hear what he said about the conflict between the father and the mother and the child? And if you didn't get the connection, I'm going to replay something that I had in my previous Moses videos to help you guys figure it out.
That's what happens to most people. Their parents turn them into hateful, judgmental people. That's where that happens. Then we carry it through the rest of our life. And then we are attracted to what we hate and we become that. And more than that, then we actually marry somebody that is exactly what we hate because we're attracted to it.
You said I remind you of your dad and your mom, which is neither good things.
Yeah. The worst of both worlds.
So women's nature is evil.
Yes, because Satan is the woman's god. The God
Satan is
above,
woman's god. Jeez.
yeah,
Okay.
the God above is the man's god.
Yeah.
And the God below is the woman's god. That's why all who are born through the woman are born into hell.
So, are you for real?
I'm sorry?
Do you believe that for real?
Yes, he does.
Without a doubt, how do you think you became angry?
I'm not angry.
You don't have anger?
I'm an alpha male.
You all, these are the type of people that I like. Jesse is sitting down here and he's telling you, this is what I believe. This is my value system. And make it clear again, he is clearly twisting scripture. If he started a church, he'd be the only one in it. But he really believes what he's saying. So when people like to tell me their way of life and their philosophy, I listen to it just to see how they see the world and how they interpret what's going on. And by understanding how he sees the world, this interview probably would have took on a totally different framework.
You don't have anger?
I get angry sometimes. Does that mean that my mom is the devil?
I agree with Ethan. Who can hate Butterfly Donna? It's not possible.
I'm sorry?
It seems kind of reductive to say, oh, you've been angry, which is a common human emotion. Everybody's felt it at one time or another. Anyone who's lived and could say that it's because your mother is a Satanist or something like that.
Everybody, remember, this is the person that Moses had a meeting with. It's not Jesse meeting with Moses. No, Moses met with Jesse, as in Moses sought him out. Jesse's philosophies and theories resonated with Moses.
And you're right.
Can a woman live a righteous life if their God is the devil? Do they have a shot?
Absolutely.
They can. So what do they need to do to live a righteous life?
They too have to do as the men have to do. They have to forgive their mothers for imposing her will on them and turning them away from their fathers and recreating them in her image. And once they forgive their mother, don't ask for forgiveness, but forgive her for what she's done. She could not help it.
What if
And
your mom
once they
didn't do
forgive
anything
their
wrong?
Once they forgive their mothers, then they forgive their fathers for not protecting them from the mother. He couldn't handle her because he married to his mama. You become
Wait,
attracted to
what if your
you
mom...
Say that again?
He couldn't handle her because he married to his mama. You become
Wait, what
attracted
if
to
your
you
mom...
Boy, that sounds awfully familiar.
More than that, then we actually marry somebody that is exactly what we hate because we're attracted to it.
You said I remind you of your dad and your mom, which is neither good things.
Yeah. The worst of both worlds.
Aha! Aha!
didn't do anything wrong? What if you have a nice mom who's great and she didn't do anything?
That
Great.
doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
No.
There's okay, good. So what are the sins of the mother? What are they?
Is anger, jealousy, envy, strife.
But you feel all
revenge.
that.
We'll get back to this part.
I'm sorry?
But you feel all those emotions. That's not a feminine emotion.
No, it's a mother's emotion. It is a feminine emotion because Satan is a feminine spirit.
But you feel anger, right?
No, I never feel anger.
You've never felt anger.
No, I didn't say I never have felt it. I did 30-something years ago. But when I forgave my mother who resented my father and tried to turn me away from him,
Mm-hmm.
God forgave me, and he took that spirit away. So I don't feel anger anymore.
Just to play pretend therapist with this twisted philosophy that Moses sought out. I don't know if you guys know this, but they used to talk about it in the old H3 podcast where Moses' father was a very strict man. If you remember in the I Am Moses video where as soon as Moses was able to, he couldn't wait to leave home. Not even knowing the deep details of Moses' family history, but I could already see the framework where Jesse is saying it's your mother that turned you away from your father. And because Moses did have a contentious relationship with his father who passed away a couple of years ago, it wouldn't be so much of a stretch to surmise that Moses, in turn, had to learn to forgive his mother, just to have that reconciliation in his mind with his father. I'm not saying this is a true statement. I'm saying if Moses is seeking out Jesse, is because somehow, some way, Moses' philosophy has remnants of what Jesse believes.
Well, I'm very happy for you. But my mom, and how dare you speak about my mother like that, Jesse? I'll have you know she's a great lady.
No such thing.
How dare you? You've never even met Butterfly Donna. You guys don't understand. I believe, this is just totally my belief speculation, Moses had a real problem with Ethan's mom because Moses was hearing away from family and Donna took on that motherly instinct and treated Moses like he was her son, part of the family because he was Donna's daughter-in-law's brother, So I can see the way Donna is in that she would just take Moses in, you look at Moses like he's an orphan, away from home, not knowing Moses does not like parents. The last thing you want to do is be a mother or a parental figure to Moses. He's already working through things with his parents. The last thing he needs you to be to him is another parent. But there are exceptions to the rule. But that's for another video.
Man, you really hate your mom, don't you?
No, I love my mother now, but all children hate their mothers.
Do you all hate your mothers? I want to know, because he's speaking for everybody, it seems.
And
that's crazy, because the famous psychological analysis by the great Sigmund Freud says the opposite. Kids want to their mothers. What are your thoughts on that?
They do, because you do want to F the person you hate.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Oh. You become attracted to the person that you hate.
Ain't that right, Moses?
And then we are attracted to what we hate, and we become that. And more than that, then we actually marry somebody that is exactly what we hate because we're attracted to it.
Now, with Moses and Trisha's clear, since that's the philosophy that Moses believes, so he's just recreating what he knows. I remember a long time ago, people pointed out that Ela looked like Ethan's mom. I don't think so. The only thing I noticed, they're both petite. I don't think they look alike. And I do think it's cute that their pet names for each other is mom and dad. But other than that, I don't think, I don't feel as if this philosophy correlates to Ethan's life. If Ethan prescribed to that philosophy, I'd be like, But Ethan doesn't. He's not recreating this image that Jesse is describing.
Are you attracted to your mother? Were you attracted?
No, I don't hate my mother anymore.
Oh, okay. When you hated her, were you attracted to her?
If you notice in your life, every woman you get involved with, just like your mother, you couldn't handle her because you never overcame your mother.
When you
and
were,
so you're still attracted to that same spirit.
Time out.
They're talking about the Oedipus complex, popularized by Sigmund Freud. The female version of that would be the Electra complex, and is based off of Greek mythology. Oedipus, who is adopted at birth, believing his adopted parents to be his real parents, later on as an adult goes on to unknowingly kill his biological father and then marry his mother. The way Jesse theorized this is you're attracted to the same spirit of your mother. But we'll get back to this in regards to Ethan.
Time in.
When you were angry at your mom, were you actually attracted to her?
Not her, but women like her. It was the same spirit.
Not her, but women like her. It's the same spirit. Again, I don't prescribe to this philosophy. We're just thinking. We're trying to get the mindset of Jesse and in turn Moses, okay?
Okay.
And so what I'm saying to the people, if they were to really start working on themselves, because our battle is a spiritual battle, and if every human being adult human being took control of their own life as an individual and work on themselves, they can overcome all things, all these things that they think that they are, and which other evil people are trying to confirm that that's who you are because they're evil. There's nothing in life that you cannot overcome, but you got to start working on yourself. And our battle is a spiritual battle. We're not our thoughts. We're not our feelings, emotions. We're not our bodies. And we have to overcome the identify with those things. And I promise you, you can be free. You can have perfect peace right here on earth.
Jesse.
Okay, and that's Jesse's version of a motivational speech. I want you all to see what happens right here.
You have never made a choice.
I tried to get you, Jesse, but you're too slick. You're too slick for me.
Why are you trying to get me?
Did you not know that Ethan is the original gotcha guy?
I'm not a gotcha podcast. When we came onto your show, you brought up the
Schwab.
We didn't know that you were going to bring that up, right?
So what? I know
my point is that I understand that. But what I'm saying is that that's what you are.
No, dude. No.
You're a gotcha guy.
He said he broke up with you because you started like punching him.
He's shaking his head no.
Oh, okay. Were you there the whole night?
No.
So you say you were there for 30 minutes. So can he see this photo I pull up, Dan? So what this proves, they arrived around 11, so that means you were there for 2 hours.
I wasn't there for 2 hours.
This photo is timestamped at 1:18 a.m.
You're a gotcha guy.
Come on, Jesse.
That's not masculine. Why? You're playing a woman's role.
Excuse me, Jesse. War. There's nothing more masculine than war.
You're playing a woman's role in trying to get me. Men are not supposed to play the female game of trying to get. Men lead the way. They don't try to get. That's a woman's role.
I don't prescribe to this. I've always believed that emotions are not male and female. Everybody experiences a range of emotions. We all do. And maybe because of your sex, your background, your environment, the way you express those emotions will differ. But it's not inherent that men have one type of emotion and women have another or behavior.
What made you take on a girl name online?
Well, it was a noun, and I was 9 years old, and I lived in Nebraska, so I didn't know any black people, so I'd never met a girl named Destiny before.
Oh, did you know Destiny was a girl name at night?
Nope.
You thought it was a boy name?
No, I thought it was a noun that just sounded cool because I was 9 years old.
Amazing.
Are you married?
Oh,
no.
am I?
Wait, why aren't you married?
That's interesting.
I don't have time.
Don't have time? Do you think the women are scared off because they hear Jesse's coming and they're not sure if they're going to see a woman or a man?
We all have the same emotions. We just express them differently. I always laugh at this one tweet. Think about the messiest person you know. It's a man, right?
Jesse, I'm a man and I'm doing battle. There's nothing more masculine than battle.
Who are you doing battle with?
With you.
Why? I'm not doing battle with you.
Well,
I didn't even know
you don't know that you aren't yet, but we're interlocutors.
And why? I thought we were friends. Why are you doing a battle?
We are. I'm a fan of your interviewing style, so I'm trying to exhibit some of your styles back on you. But obviously, ideologically, we are completely unaligned. It's friendly banter. But you called me a woman.
Jesse didn't even realize what he was getting into. Okay, Ethan already laid the trap for you, Jesse. And if you watched the full episode, you would have seen when Jesse stepped right into it.
Does your wife obey you?
My wife and I, we make decisions together, so I wouldn't use the word obey.
Does your wife obey you?
If something made me uncomfortable and I expressed that to her, she would probably respect my wishes, depending on what it was. But yeah, she obeys me.
Does your wife obey you?
I just said yes, she does obey me.
Amazing.
So, alpha. Jesse had to ask that question 3 times for Ethan to give the answer he did not want to give. You had to pull it out of you, Ethan. This is the type of stuff that Jesse does to people. It'd be the simplest question, but for whatever reason, you're afraid to answer it directly.
Do you love black people?
Not like I don't love any group of people because like I don't love white people or black people. There are people that I like and there are people that I don't like.
Do you love black people?
I don't understand I don't love like groups of people that look a certain way, no.
Do you love black people?
I don't love groups of people that look a certain way.
I asked you about black people. Do you love black people?
Like a particular black person or certain types of black people?
Do you love black people?
Sure, I love black people.
Wow.
Amazing.
I'm telling you. Amazing. How do you feel about black conservatives?
What's the difference between them and any other conservative?
That's not what I asked. How do you feel about black conservatives?
I mean, I feel the same way like I do about all conservatives.
How do you feel about black conservatives?
Why are you singling out black conservatives?
How do you feel about black conservatives?
I do not like conservatives.
And he's going to make you answer it directly.
Oh, just speak to them. Reach out to them.
But those who want to overcome it, I want them to know is that they have to overcome anger. And when you overcome anger, you must forgive your mother for imposing her will on you, trying to live through you, control you, turning you away from your father. And forgive your father for not protecting you. He loved you. He just didn't know how to deal with your mother. And when fathers leave, they don't leave their children. They leave the mother of the children. But the mother made the children think that the father leave them. And so for those who want to overcome fear and doubt and loneliness, suicidal thoughts, the gay, lesbian, drug addicts, alcoholics, pot smoking, all these things that the emotional stuff, they can truly overcome that if they forgive their mothers for turning them away from their father.
This part right here, I'm telling you, I've heard Moses say this so much. So right here is why he can relate to Jesse. They have this in common in regards to their mother. And again, the father plays a part in it as well.
You enter your family's river at the moment of union between your parents. Your journey actually starts in the womb. In the womb, you are already affected by your parents, their relationships, and their patterns altogether. When we're born into our parents and a certain environment, and we think that they are in control. They choose their behavior, they choose their path, and we think that they are the people that affect us directly. But they are part of the river. They have been shaped by that river. Most likely, they don't have a lot of control over their actions, their thought. They have been shaped by this river for the majority of their life, and now they just carry it through. So one of your ancestors at some point came across an obstacle, a difficulty, a traumatic event that reshaped their behavior and their reaction to life, their pattern of thought, and they had to make a new way. They had to find a way to deal with that trauma, to keep going, to live with it. And then, over time, the generations after them adopted that same way, that same pattern of thought. So that is the equivalent of the river to the way we adopted identity of our ancestors. So now the trauma, the event that affected somebody along the line of your family is not there anymore. It didn't happen to you. Yet we still behave and we still carry those memories and fears in our own life, as if it's happening now to me. So we can open our eyes and see the reason I behave this way is because something happened in the past, not my past, but it's been given to me through those patterns, by heritage, culture. Our families, they just give us all this baggage and memories and knowledge of the past and make us identify with things that don't belong to us. And it's also in society in general. That's where the heritage and the traditions come into play.
Ethan is very preoccupied because he already has an arc that he's building towards. So he's focused on how he's going to get Jesse. But this whole Moses thing is really what captured my attention. And I feel like there were instances where Ethan could relate to what Jesse was saying. Not that Jesse is right, but it could have triggered something in him. And in so, it would have explained a lot with what was going on with Moses and why Moses was reacting the way he was in regards to Ethan's family specifically. Because if you didn't know, Moses can't stand Ethan's family, and he was towards the end of frenemies and the last big blow up that they had. Moses was putting the blame of his family, in quotations, not liking Trisha. No, it was Ethan's family not liking Trisha. And Trisha would hint at it a lot until finally they came out and said it.
Would it surprise you if I told you I'm 15% gay?
Neither it wouldn't surprise me, and neither would I care. That's your problem, not mine.
15%. Is that better than 100%? Jesse, don't make it seem like I'm bringing it up out of nowhere. You talk about gayness all the time.
I talk about everything all the time.
Well,
my show is about whatever. My radio show is about whatever the people call in for. And is there anything else you want to talk about? Because I don't
Yes.
want to play the woman's game with you.
So, well, let me ask you this because I know
Do you have any other topic? One last time, you can talk to your brother-in-law Moses about this, and he'll help you deal with that and overcome it.
Sure. Jesse, why did you like this? Why did you like this tweet by Your Daddy OnlyFans?
Or forgive your mother. Forgive your mother.
He's giving a thumbs
and
up.
She will.
Jesse, why did you like?
You hear that? Ethan wasn't listening. Jesse told him to go talk to Moses. Moses is Jesse's disciple. As in, hey, go talk to Moses. Moses and I are in agreement. Go talk to Moses. He'll straighten you out. Ethan, again, doesn't hear it because he's going on his own journey right now, trying to pinpoint Jesse and his sexuality.
You can talk to your brother-in-law Moses about this, and he'll help you deal with that and overcome it. Or forgive your mother.
Jesse said either you talk to Moses to get the info or you forgive your mother. We'll come back to that.
This post from Your Daddy OnlyFans, part 2 with Sean Boy UK.
I have no idea what
It's
that
two
is.
men kissing. An expose by the Daily Beast, they said that several men had sexual encounters with you, some as long as 10 years. Is that true?
Say hello to Moses, buddy. I'm out.
All right.
Was your producer?
Oh, he hung up.
Jesse said, shout out to Moses, peace, I'm out.
All right.
Well, you tried. That was funny.
Damn.
He really hates gay people, like really hates gay people.
So then as this episode winds down, Ethan is going over the interview / debate. And one of the highlights of the debate for Ethan was trying to expose Jesse's private life. So they're going on about it here just to dissect everything. Our main objective is with what Jesse has to say about Moses.
That was fun, though.
I wish he didn't run.
Yeah.
Can we just go back to what the Moses thing was all about?
Okay, so
Thank you. Dan, you've known Moses a long time at this point, and of course, Ethan. Surely you guys can see or understand that Jesse really knows Moses, and they've met before, and they share the same philosophy.
This is my theory, and I was saying this before the show even. His producer is a fan of YMH, so I thought potentially a fan of ours as well, or at least knows us, or knows of us.
I
Could have
guess.
seen you on YMH, Ethan.
So you think the producer fed him that to try and throw Ethan off balance?
I mean,
Okay, producer.
AB, you're way off. And that false information just threw everything for a loop because that's not what happened. I don't understand just sitting there, hearing Jesse talk, you guys didn't realize that's Moses' voice. Why didn't you guys see that was Moses talking? You're telling me anytime Moses was around you guys, he didn't say anything? Moses always talks like this.
He doesn't know anything about like frenemies drama. There's no way, right?
Come on, love. Come on. You're usually on point. Come on. Connect the dots, please.
Yeah, no.
Although gays do love frenemies.
This guy know you.
And I think it's so apparent with all the stuff he's saying about mothers and fathers and them being bad and stuff. It has to be internalized things, in my opinion.
If you know
like
anything
so
about his
specific.
history,
Yeah.
he's talking about the relationship with his mother
Right, yeah.
and his father. And interestingly, he has a son. However, he left the son and the mother when he wasn't even there when the child was born. He bailed on them. So he was an absentee father. So everything he stands for is in stark contrast to the reality of his life.
No, I don't think so. Because the way Jesse framed his whole life with his philosophy, he's going to make sure he's good in the religion that he built for himself.
I wish he would just be an openly gay man. Thanks for
Right.
I'm
Face in
undercover.
the crowd.
Yeah.
Lesbians.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that this
Also,
stuff.
you look great in rainbow.
I'm surprised nobody's ever done this to him before. Maybe they have, but I feel like nobody's ever done this to him.
He's been confronted before, but he caused a car accident to get away from it.
What?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, yeah, that's the best clip ever.
Yeah.
Wait.
He just runs so... I sent it in the group chat last
Oh,
night.
yeah, I missed that.
Hold on.
I didn't know it was related to.
Yeah, no, that's why he was desperately trying.
And that's it. Then they go off into the gay rabbit hole with him. But they don't go back to Moses. So this episode ends and they don't bring up Moses again. And then I was thinking, okay, they didn't expect that curveball live show from Jesse. They didn't expect him to talk about Moses all of a sudden. Everybody's mind is elsewhere. Everybody's shocked. But I thought Ethan is going to go home, talk to Hila. All the other H3 crew is going to go home, think about it. In some way, it's going to resurface in their mind, in their subconscious. It's going to resurface where, yeah, it kind of makes sense that maybe Jesse was telling the truth about Moses, right? So I went looking because I thought that there had to be a point where they reconvened for us, the audience, and let us know what really went down with Jesse and Moses. And look what I found. This is just a short clip from a very old members only episode, and thank you to whoever wrote in to ask Ethan this very important question a couple of days after he did the Jesse Peterson interview.
Jasmine says, Ethan, how'd you feel about the Jesse Lee interview? Did it go better or worse than you hoped? I think it went in a spectrum of possibilities, in a matrix of possibilities. It went as good as it could have, I think, frankly. It would have been nice if he stuck around a little bit longer to participate in the conversation. However...
All right, I'm getting worried. Ethan, what about Moses? Really, I don't care about that interview. Actually, it was good. It was good, but what about Moses? That's what we're here for. Come on, something happened. Something must have clicked. Please let us know.
Yeah, I go into these things without expectations, more so just like... I exist outside time and space. I see all the potentials at the same time, so... Question's kind of below me.
Yeah.
I think it went, like I said, as good as it probably could have gone. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, my assessment's about the same. I also wish he hadn't. I was surprised by what a red line that whole topic was for him, because it, in most cases it seems like he doesn't have a red line. Like, he'll just argue to the ends of the earth. But that really, he ran away. He even like recognized that was what it was, and then ran away. Even
absolutely, he
after
did say that. I actually didn't. I don't know what I expected. If I expected him to jet off like that, but.
Come on, get to Moses.
Yeah, it's really not fair because he sits across from gay people. And he goes, "You're gay? I didn't know you're gay. Does God know you're gay?" It's like, all of a sudden, you don't want to talk about it? But he knew.
More than just being surprised by it, just, telling them to their face that they're evil.
Yeah, they're demons. They're evil. They need to
going to hell.
And their moms are evil because they're gay because their mom is mean. But everyone's mom's mean, according to him. But not everyone's gay.
Yeah, I don't know. And then also, what's the ultimate kind of verdict in your head about the Moses thing?
Yes!
Like, he was just trolling you, right?
No. Okay, so we already see here, Dan is still thinking that it's a troll. Jesse's too old to troll.
I was actually talking with Hila about it, and genuinely, both of us...
How do you think he's going to finish the sentence? He said, genuinely, the both of us... Hila's known Moses all her life. Ethan has known Moses forever. They've spent a ton of time together. Moses is over their house every weekend. Between the two of them putting their heads together, they said they went and they thought about it. So the answer is...
I have no idea.
You guys, how is that possible? How is that possible? They said they have no idea. How? I don't know. When Moses talks, you guys just completely tune him out? What is it? Does he just drone on and on and on? And it's not like Moses quiet. Moses had a whole YouTube channel talking about these exact same things. You guys, how is it possible?
It could be real. That's what's fucking so weird about it. I don't know. I have no idea. He may know Moses.
You see, and this is why I know it never clicked to them about Moses' philosophy and Jesse's, because they wouldn't have said they probably met. They would have said, no, I definitely think it's real because it makes sense. No, they're still kind of confused.
If he does know Moses, it's probably not a deep familiarity, but maybe they cross paths. Shit, I don't know.
Buddy, if Jesse opened up a church, Moses would tithe to it. What is this? Cross path? No, these two are holding hands, skipping together. They know each other.
Yeah.
What's up, Shoe Nice? Shoey and chat. But one thing I can say,
Come on,
in my opinion,
you can do it.
by my personal assessment, that after that, especially, that he is definitely, in my opinion, gay.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
There's almost, I feel like there's no questions left about it.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. He's built like a whole world around himself to justify why he's gay. It's incredible. And then he puts it like the whole world is the same as him. Like he describes his own life in such great detail. But he acts like it's just a universal truth. It's bizarre. He goes like, yeah, my
feel
mom.
like that's a real common thread with all of these like cranks. Like Crowder exhibits a lot of the same kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's all projection.
But with Jesse, it's so detailed. He's like, my mom, your mother made your dad hate you and kept you away from him. It's like, first, okay, from the beginning, that's excluding the majority of people. But but he says, no, that's everybody. Okay. But then I learned that it's all my mom's fault. And then I had to go and tell her that I hated her and then learn to forgive her for making me hate my dad. And again, it's like, that is seriously a unique experience you're describing.
That just also happens to be your experience.
Exactly.
Jesse.
It's literally, and that's his life.
Right.
See, and this is where you have to think outside the box, just to put yourself into what Jesse is saying. Ethan, your parents never divorced, but think about the tension that at some parts were in their marriage because of what's been implied. Think about that tension and think about, yeah, even though some would say your mom had every right to divorce your father, she didn't. Okay, fine. But just because a woman stays married doesn't mean she isn't at some points resentful of certain behaviors. So in that resentment is where Jesse is going to say your mother turned you away from your father. Because sometimes when Ethan speaks about his father, a lot of times he speaks very well of his father, but there's some things where he speaks negatively, and that is where Jesse would pinpoint your mom turned you away from your father. I can go deeper, but I'm not going to because, again, I don't prescribe to Jesse's thought process, but I can make the connections, and I could see where he would make the connections for Ethan, and I can see where Moses would make the connections for himself. Very easily. That's how these people build their cults, right? There has to be some aspect that people can hold on to. Ethan has his own mind, and he's not going to fall for things like that. He's not going to be easily influenced. But there are a lot of people out there who are very easily influenced, and if Jesse wanted to start a cult, he would snatch up a bunch of people very quickly.
And then he goes, the only reason that you feel gay is because your mom made you feel like a woman or whatever. Your mom was making you feel certain types of way. And again, man was raised by his mom. His dad left them. He came back when he was a teenager. And he hates his mom. We know that clearly. And again, in his mind, he's thinking it's his mom's fault that he's gay. He really...
Yeah, and Moses has a similar philosophy. And again, take it away from the gay part because that's not the essence of what Jesse is saying. Because he's going to put a whole bunch of stuff into that batch. Because he's even saying your anger is from your mom. Never mind your sexuality. But Moses has a similar thought process. I remember one time Moses was talking, and I'm paraphrasing because this is a long time ago when I was doing research into him for my movie. Moses doesn't appreciate concern. So think of a parent with their child, and when they say, don't do this, don't do that. So even the fact of a parent having concern for their child at any age, Moses is not going to see it in a positive light. I think also in Moses' head is a type of control that a parent still wants to have on their child, when Moses thinks a child should be free from their parents and free to live their life, free to make mistakes. So your concern to Moses is going to be looked at as you trying to exert control over him. And he doesn't like that.
Yeah, it's all right there. Like, it's barely below the surface.
It's actually an incredible analysis, frankly, of if it's almost a really beautiful analysis of self-awareness.
Irony.
Or lack thereof.
But then being, he's a unique guy. Really is.
Yeah. And I would say, maybe you could change, but I mean, the man is like in his mid-70s, I think. I think that ship sailed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're set in your ways at that point. Actually, you know what? I take it back. And I'm the queen of people can't change, ... unless they want to. So yeah, I have to give leeway to, even at mid-70s, if he wants to, he can change.
Amazing. But I do think he would be a great gay man. He would live a happy life with another man. It's a shame that he has to do it in secret.
All right.
What
a life.
He's going to sit there and pretend like he doesn't know what a blowjob is. Come on, bro.
You're in your 70s, dude.
And you
lived through the 1960s. It's like,
come on.
You've heard of these things.
Come on.
When Jesse told Ethan to talk to Moses or talk to his mom, remember the last message Trisha had to Ethan? She mentioned Ethan's mom.
Ethan and Gila are the only ones who have issues with me. Moses' entire family were just here celebrating and happy. He lies all the time. He tried to say, I separated a family. I've always been good with Moses' family. We talked on the phone, and he tries to make it seem that way when him and Gila have the issue, and apparently his mom, who I don't even know. And again, I have empathy for him, I do, and this is not meant to be backhanded at all, but it's like, watching his wife and his mother, talk about his weight so much and criticize his weight. Something I know obviously that he's sensitive about, that is one thing we shared in common. I couldn't imagine living with that or hearing that at all. And not just once, but multiple times. Just the people that are supposed to be closest to you, talking about your body. No matter what, I know that hurts. My heart hurts for him.
Mr. B. Time out.
Okay, Future Gem here. This is where the video was supposed to end. The first part of my video was recorded all the way in January 2025. But today, in December of 2025, I've added an update. Moses' philosophy reminded me so much of Jesse's, but watching this video back, I felt that I didn't find enough clear-cut evidence to prove the connection. So as I was here this week putting the finishing touches on my video, I had the Jesse and Destiny debate playing in the background, and then I started to click on other Jesse videos I've never seen before. And then I heard this.
And Jesse, are you a pastor as well? Do I recall that correctly? Are you a Christian pastor?
I am, yes.
You are. And what denomination?
Non-denominational Christian.
Remember months ago when I recorded, I said this? If Jesse opened up a church, Moses would tithe to it. I was only playing, yet how did I know? And then Jesse said this.
Okay, and I remember that your studio in LA, people may find this interesting, is it also some kind of Christian counseling center? Do I remember that correctly, where you counsel young men?
Yeah, but not in the studio. I have my offices upstairs, and so we counsel in-house and by Skype or telephone or by phone, whichever is easy for the folks.
My diamonds, rubies, and pearls, this is pure speculation on my part. When I first saw this video in February of this year, I believed that Jesse met with Moses. But now, with more information, I believe that Moses purposely set out to meet and be counseled by Jesse via his counseling services. Look, I just found his counseling services. I looked up the information. Jesse has his own church, counseling, events. What more can I say? Moses is definitely a student of Jesse.
Step, because you have to separate yourself from the voices in your head. All the voices in your head are not you.
Yeah.
You're the gut feeling that comes up when you are able to be quiet without stress and anxiety. That's you. Anytime you hear a voice in your head in English talking to you, not you. And those voices are there to torture you.
Yeah.
Doubt, fear, everything. They're there to just torture you. They're telling you things about people. They're telling you things about yourself, things that happened, things that didn't happen. So once you're able to shut those voices, you can never shut them down, because when you try to shut them down, you interact with them. What you have to do is not interact with them until they go away.
When I say that all thoughts are all lies all the time, I find that most people don't believe that. None of your thoughts are yours at any point, anytime. All thoughts are lies. And what you don't know, because if you knew this, you would be free just like that. I woke up is that you have taken those thoughts and you made an identity from them. And you call it you. And because you call it you, it's hard for you to let it go, because you think you are the thoughts. And you're so identified with them, not knowing that they're not you. But they're demonic. They're evil.
Like I said before, if Jesse ran a cult, Moses would be his disciple. So in conclusion, even though Ethan ran Jesse off his podcast, Jesse says he does not hate people and he doesn't get angry. If so, he shouldn't be mad at Ethan. So I would like to see another interview with Jesse and Ethan. And since Jesse is the one who put Moses' business out there, Ethan, instead of getting Howie Mandel to mediate your issues with Moses, you should get someone that Moses admires instead. Jesse Lee Peterson. Boy.
Time in.